Hello, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast. It's your boy Day.
And I'm David. And Susan Boyle has a new bob.
Yes.
Knit.
The best. What I said, she looked at the calendar and said, Happy Gay Month.
Happy Gay
And
Month.
she grabbed that bob out of the back of Mary J. Blige's closet, threw it in the air, jumped under it, put on it. That's how you know this is something I said. That bob is so Bob glorious that we're not even talking about the fact that she had on a tracksuit with a trench coat. Like, no one's even talking about the tracksuit because that bob was so iconic. Honestly, she could sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at this point, and I'm going to be happy. So,
Yes. Yeah.
and then when I heard the song, if I'm not mistaken, it's for like an ice cream company. Like, it wasn't even a full like jingle, like, because I heard a piece of it and they were like, this is like an ice cream. I don't know. Loved it, nevertheless.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I didn't see that there was a song. I just saw that she had a new bob. And famously, as friend of the podcast, Patreon member, Jessica wrote in a few weeks ago and said nobody has more opinions about bobs than the gays. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so I thought breaking news, and what better to start Gay Month than Susan Boyle's bob. Would you say Susan Boyle is a gay icon? I would say Susan Boyle is a gay icon.
Ooh. I mean, if you ask me, I would say yes.
Yeah,
because who else could rock Anna Wintour, Edna Bob the way that she did?
Yeah.
Like who? So I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, me too. And I also think too, like, just the courage of her, like, kind of coming out per se, like when she went on Britain's Got Talent and like sang publicly, and that voice was just unbelievable. My grandma loved Susan Boyle.
For
So
those who
therefore, I
don't know,
love
she was the
Susan Boyle.
original Adele. Like, I mean, Adele. Like, Adele, before Adele came through and swept the nation, we had Susan Boyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Gay
her.
icon. So,
Literally.
yeah. Who would you say are some other gay icons?
Oh, it is Gay Month. So,
It is
I
Gay
mean, you
Month.
have the classics. So I feel like the gays are in different categories now. Like you have your Beyonce gays, your Gaga gays, you have your Diana Ross gays, your Madonna gays, your Janet gays. So I think it's generational. But then you also have like people love the Charlie XCX, they love the Chaperone. So I don't know. I feel like we're more segmented depending on your generation, depending on, I mean, honestly, sometimes your ethnicity and like your region, as you know, like maybe Anita or Rosalia, depending on like if I was Latin. And then you have, who else would I say? You got your girls like Chalupa. I mean, I call her Dua Lipa or Dula Peep.
Dula
Some
Peep,
call
yeah.
it Dula Peep. You have Katy Perry. You have like different people in different, things. I don't know. Who would you say? I'm bad at actors and stuff. My friends keep trying to tell me like actors and stuff that are gay icons, and I don't know any of them. But musicians, I would try. I don't know. Am I forgetting anybody?
Nancy Reagan, I would say.
I mean, maybe on the log cabin side, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. She's very problematic. I have a friend. I have a friend who gave me some Nancy Reagan stamps, which were so funny. And I was just as a joke, because I was like, because she listens to the podcast, Lindsay, here in Denver. I grew up with Lindsay, friend of Phoebe award winner, Lindsay. Yes.
Does it say head of state on it?
Oh, I'm not sure. I would have to go check.
Head of her class?
Yeah. But it was like she gave me Nancy Reagan stamps because I said in an episode, I love when other people buy me stamps, like so I don't have to go to the post office and get them for myself. So it was such a nice birthday gift just having the stamps. But like the Nancy Reagan aspect of it is so funny. I thought it was so funny. So Phoebe put a few Nancy Reagan stamps on her holiday cards last year.
Outside of your holiday cards, what are you mailing, friend? Like,
oh, I write letters to people. I need to send a birthday card to Luigi Mangione still, but seriously, I have his address saved. So I want to do that. Yeah, I send like birthday cards and stuff sometimes. So yeah, depending upon. But yeah. But Lindsay,
they say millennials don't mail, so I'm just like, what are you mailing? I can't think of the last time I had to mail something that wasn't just shipped from an online store. So I was fascinated. That's all.
There's a big.
I've gotten mail from you though. I have gotten mail, but it's usually like your postcards and stuff, which are nice.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, Lindsay also, while I'm talking about Lindsay, I also need to issue sort of a correction or like amendment. I want to make sure I'm giving credit where credit's due because we take facts very seriously here. Lindsay in the group text was the person who sent me the Guardian article about the dog shooting the
Oh,
person in my hometown. So I want to give credit where credit's there. And then also in the last week's episode, we also heard from another friend of Phoebe Award winner and past guest, Lindsay Tallman. And I need to issue a correction because I said that Lindsay Tallman said that the best fried rice she ever had was at Sushi House in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. She told me the best fried rice she's actually ever had was at a hotel in Thailand. So I
oh.
just want to correct the
So the
record.
best on the mainland in America.
Yes.
Okay.
Domestic fried
Domestic.
rice. Yes. So want to correct the record there. But gay
Domestic fried rice.
icons. Gay icons. Even though he's a fracker now, he or she is a fracker now, RuPaul is definitely an icon. You
Oh,
know the
yeah,
RuPaul
absolutely.
fracks, right? You know RuPaul
I
fracks?
don't, but I don't there's like a subset of people that I don't know anything about their personal life. I just know them, RuPaul. I know he's married to a man
Mhm.
that they've been together for decades, and they live in like the middle of nowhere. That's all I
Yeah.
know.
They have land in Wyoming and they use it for fracking.
So,
So, yeah. But
there you
the
go.
the gender bending drag
Oh
of it
yeah,
all is
definitely an icon.
definitely gay icon. I also Marsha P. Johnson
Oh
and
yeah.
Sylvia Rivera, definitely the kind of the people who really started the LGBTQ plus movement, throwing the
Mhm.
first brick at Stonewall because the first Pride really was a
I don't
riot.
know you.
And yeah, and it was because we were fighting police violence coming into queer spaces and terrorizing us. So I was like,
That's
it's
a
really no
classic.
different than what the police are continuing to do to, well, they never stopped with black and brown people, but what they're doing to people in ICE detention. And yeah, so many of the tactics that the IDF is using over in occupied Palestine, and now they're trying to deploy them here. But yeah, I was like, I would say like in terms of like resistors, definitely them. We had a past guest, I would say here, Demarcio Slaughter. Last year he
Yes.
came on right before he was getting ready to wrap up his last Pride. And to be able to host Pride and be the main stage MC here in Denver for I think nearly 25 years is pretty incredible. And to grow it from like a 1 day, half a day festival to like 2 full days with a huge budget that is like a $1 million Pride. And like they spend over $1 million on this festival, and which is incredible. And it's one of the largest in the entire country. And so like to be friends with someone who created that, I kind of just take it for granted. And I would also say too, like anybody who is like living like an out queer life of any sort, whether it's like, I don't know, painting your nails if you're a man, because I was like, that can be considered like, I don't know, queer per se, or like not necessarily like
Gender
traditionally or
conforming,
hegemonically
yeah.
masculine. Yeah. And so like people who are non-binary, people who are trans, like people of different sexual orientations are bisexuals. We love the bisexuals.
We do.
We
I've
don't want
dated a few. So
bisexual.
yeah.
What?
I've dated a few. We might have to add that to our dating episode because,
Ooh,
that's a controversial thing about dating bisexual men or not. But I wanna say this, I agree with you, and I would also say because every February I say I am Black History,
you
so
are.
I'm also gonna say, David, you are queer history, you know? You
Yes.
are
So
out
are
here
you.
forging your own path, and I think that's amazing because to be honest, this is what my real question to you is, what makes a gay icon? Because some people say, like,
Ooh,
Maleficent, they say, like, there's fictional characters, Cruella de Vil, The Devil Wears Prada just came out. So, what makes a good gay icon? And to be honest, I don't know. I
yeah.
feel like this is actually an area where I am not an expertise in all things gay, despite being
Well,
a member of the LGBTQIA+.
yeah.
So I need help. I feel like you're more plugged in.
Oh my gosh. Well, as my friend Jason's boyfriend Evan said, David, some people like men and some men are gay, and David, you're really gay. So I guess I do feel uniquely qualified to I
To
do
answer
feel
such
uniquely
question.
qualified to talk about this.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's an element of like I really do feel like there's an element of coming out of some sort. Of whether it's like, you know what, this was repressed in me and now I'm gonna like let it shine. And so it's like that's why I really think like Susan Boyle, gay icon, because it's like she hid her voice for so long from the world and then she let it out on like one of the biggest stages in the world. Like how kind of iconic is that? Like
Yeah.
so like
They
the
say Ariel is a transgender as an icon for the transgender community.
yeah,
Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I'm like, see, I didn't know.
yeah.
Learn something new.
I don't like that she gave up her voice to be with a man, but I would
But
never
hey,
give up my voice to be with a man
it
ever.
was a different time. Different
Mm.
time. You know? And listen, she still got her man and got her voice back. So honestly, it all worked out.
You can't have it all.
I'm single, so I can't judge her. I don't know, sis. Listen, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. I would say this might be a hot take. Do you know who I think Jared McCain is? Do you know who he is? He's a
Is he related
basket.
to Megan?
I don't think so. He's a
Okay.
basketball player and he plays now for the Oklahoma City, whoever the Oklahoma City team is. And
Okay.
he's just so joyful, but he always like paints all of his nails in like a beautiful color. I think that he's a heterosexual man. I think.
City Thunders, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes. And I would say like I would almost say that he's kind of a gay icon because it was like he's a man who like dresses up in like very fashion forward clothing. He paints
Mhm.
his nails. And I don't know why I keep coming back to painting your nails, but
Yeah, you should ask Jordan gonna hate me for saying this. You should ask him his opinion on painted nails because he gonna be
yeah,
so mad. Because yeah, I'm not gonna I probably should cut this part out. But yeah. It doesn't say he's gay,
I don't think
but
he
shout out
is.
to the men. To
Yeah.
be honest, it's always revolutionary when straight men do it versus when queer men do it. But I always credit I do support the straight men doing it because hopefully by them doing it and it's considered revolutionary, it'll stop being stigmatized for the gays.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would also say, like, to me, Sunky Angel, past guest as well. Another,
Absolutely.
like, queer, like, trans icon.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, absolutely. Trailblazer. Yeah, I think you're right. I was like, there's a difference between, like, trailblazers and icons.
Yeah.
And yes, Sunky is, to me, both. And,
T.S.
like,
Madison,
definite
I would say, is
trailblazer.
an icon, is a trailblazer, maybe. Because I say T.S. Madison is like one of probably the most, aside from Laverne Cox, probably one of the most visible, and especially in like there's a difference between pop culture and then like black. I was just like when people say black famous and like black culture, like Laverne Cox is just internationally known pop culture, but there's something unique about T.S. Madison and her, especially in the black community. Like you can go to the barbershop and like people will know who she is, even though like that's not something you typically would talk about in certain spaces in the black community. But T.S. Madison, she had her own WeTV show, first trans woman to have, I think, her own day in a city or like something happened at Pride where they like honored her with that for like Black Pride. And so it's like I would give her that. And I would say, I don't know. This is a good question. I feel like every guest is gonna get asked that this month. It's like, what makes
Yeah.
a gay icon? Or like, who's your favorite gay icon? I would say, because for me, I would say the Pink Ranger is a gay icon from Power
Ooh.
Rangers.
Yeah.
I would say Jigglypuff is a gay icon.
Ooh. Yeah. Nicole
Velma from
Richie.
Scooby Doo.
Nicole Richie to
Nicole
me,
Richie, yeah.
gay icon.
Paris Hilton.
Paris as well. Yeah.
Velma and Daphne, maybe. I
Yes.
don't know.
Definitely Velma.
Definitely Velma. Velma's a good Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls.
I was a Bubbles guy. I was more of a
I
Bubbles.
was a Bubble. Me too. I
Were
love
you?
Bubbles. I did love Bubbles, just like I love Sailor Mercury. Bubbles and Sailor Mercury
What's Sailor
from Sailor
Mercury?
Moon, my favorite. Sailor Mercury was the blue one. Oh my gosh. If y'all watch Sailor Moon, because David has no idea what we're talking about, and that hurts, but Sailor Moon was my top tier. Signs you were gay, but I loved, adore. Seriously, actually, Jordan loves Sailor Moon. I just recently discovered this, like
Okay.
last week. so we might
Yeah.
have to bring this up. Is Sailor
Okay.
Moon a gay icon? I'd say yes,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Okay, yeah. Preview of episodes to come.
Yes.
I was invited is this something that you would be into? I was invited to see Masters of the Universe, the Masters of the Universe movie
What?
this weekend, like, on the day that this episode comes out. Again,
Yeah,
with
that's so
past
cool.
guest friends of Phoebe Award winners, Shane Hodges and Demarcio
Oh, that's gonna
Slaughter.
be fun.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that on Friday. I have no idea what I signed up for,
I
but
don't know much about it, but I did want to see it. But there's like a couple films. I have a crazy schedule. Like I still haven't been able to see much. Like I want to see I Love Boosters with Kiki Palmer. I want
oh,
to
yeah, that looks
see
funny.
yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Master of the Universe. I can't wait for Toy Story 5. I adore Toy Story.
'Kay, have you seen
That's
all the other ones? I think
ne-
I've only seen the first 2.
oh my gosh, no. All, every Toy Story for me, I will die on the hill that Toy Story is 4 for 4. And I think that's such a rare thing to have, but I think because they take so long to come out between movies, they're really able to craft a quality movie. Because every time I watch Toy Story, I'm like, that was well done. And I'm 4 for 4, so I have high expectations for 5. Um, there's something else I wanna see.
Usually I don't
Oh,
love a
it
sequel, but I really enjoyed Devil Wears Prada too. That was a good
I enjoy actually
yeah.
argue and say that I actually liked it more than the first one. Unpopular opinion. I never hated Devil Wears Gucci. I liked the first one, but I didn't love it the way that other people did, but I actually really liked the second one. So I actually agree with you. That actually surprised me.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I would say it was somebody else's movie then. Oh, Is God Is, because that was something I heard Sterling K.
Sure.
Brown's performance in it is exceptional. I honestly didn't hear anything about it. Like their marketing, that's been a talk recently about like black cinema in general and how like their budgets aren't there for promotion and like everything rests on like if we don't get like the first week's numbers and it's just gonna go straight to DVD, they'll strip it from theaters. And I hated that because I'm told that it's an incredible film. And I don't like to know too much about movies when I go see them. Like I might watch a trailer and that's it. Like I don't want to talk about anything else. I just love to go and experience. And that one's one that I heard was spectacular. But everyone kept saying Sterling K. Brown's performance. And I love Sterling K. Brown. So
Yeah.
handsome self.
What's it called again?
Um,
What's it called again? He is
it's called Is God Is.
Is God Is.
Yes.
Okay.
And I said the same, it was like, "Ooh, this is an interesting title. Why is this the title?" So I'm curious. But all my friends that have seen it was like, "Go see that freaking movie." That and I Love Boosters. They both said for that one too. Because I love Boots Riley. The director, I saw Sorry to Bother You. And I remember that was a movie where I knew nothing about it. And I went and I just remember by the end of it, my mouth was agape. Is that what they say? And I couldn't believe it because I love a film that just takes you you just don't know that you're about to go into where it's going, and you're like, "How did we oh, wow." Like, I love
Yeah.
people who it's kinda probably why I love Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, I love films that just go there. Like, just take a risk, and since a lot of stuff feels so safe now, like, people just aren't as creative and in terms of exploration and just don't seeing what happens if you take a risk, and so I appreciate movies that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Movies to me are like hikes where I'm like, I'm not generally going to self-initiate them, but like
interesting.
when other people invite me, I generally enjoy
You're
myself.
going
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'll
they're
generally
not hikes for me because you know me, Imma say no to a hike.
yeah.
But I think what I love about movies it's interesting because I feel like for a long time, I was watching more series than I was movies. I went through a phase of that, especially in the COVID era. But now I find myself almost the inverse because I think it's because my time has been much more limited
Mhm.
that, like, movies are easier for me to watch because they're a shorter time frame and shorter commitment. Like, I have been watching, um the entire cinematic universe of Marvel in chronological order in terms of in the story, not just like when they were released. It was a 2-year project that I did with my friend, and like every episode is like 3 hours. But now we haven't we've gone like weeks without seeing each other and watching it because of our schedules. So movies, like I think I was able to squeeze in seeing the Michael movie. Or like that's probably actually that
I've
is
heard
the
that was
last most
good.
recent. Yeah, I love the Michael movie, and then there was Devil Wears Prada 2. And I'm talking about it would be my only day off where I could squeeze that in for like the 3 hours that I had. So now I find myself watching more films because of time constraints. But what I love about a film It's different things. I feel like with TV shows, you can really flesh out a character and there can just be more things involved. But I love with the film is that movies inspire me creatively because I think about when it's really well done. I often find like inspiration for songs. I find inspirations for writing. It makes me think and ponder. Like I love when I finish a film and I just think like whether it's whatever it's about, it can be happy, it can be sad, and I like to think. And it really for I actually feel I like to turn my brain off is what I say when I watch movies. So I hate when people talk to me during films, like trying to project or predict what might happen. Cause I want to just be
You want to be in.
intentionally ignorant. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. And don't tell me that, shh, oh, it's going to do this. And I'm like, shut the freak door. Like, I actually wanted to swing on a newer friend of mine because he decided to tell me, because I want to see Mortal Kombat and he ruined something in the film for me. And like, if you ever want me to cut you off, first of all, you can just ask me to cut you off. You don't have to do this. But if you ruin a movie for me, I won't talk to you anymore. Like I actually didn't talk to somebody I grew up with for like 5 years because she pissed me off and did it. And she did it on purpose. Like that added to it. Like I've
And
learned to try to give grace. Like it still pisses me off and I'm gonna side eye you heavy. But like they were like, well, I didn't ruin the whole thing. I asked you not to tell me anything.
yeah,
I don't care what you told me. I didn't ask you. I said, hey, I don't want to talk about it. So if you want to piss me off, yeah.
that's how to do it.
I was gonna say something else, but then somebody that person actually listens to the podcast,
Oh,
so I won't say it.
okay, then we won't. Uh,
Yeah.
thought of another gay icon, Shaka Khan, who also just came out with
Yes.
new music.
Yeah, Shockzilla,
Rockzilla.
written by Sia.
Yeah. Written,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I don't know if Sia wrote the whole thing, but she's a credited writer on it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great
Love
song.
that.
I'll put a link to that
Mhm, I liked it.
in the show notes.
Patti LaBelle, I love Patti.
Yes. Oh yeah, that
Patti actually will be
does.
here. Oh my gosh, she looked incredible. She just celebrated her 82nd birthday. Looks
Wow.
incredible, and she'll be here in a few weeks, actually.
Okay.
Love her. Saw her live, a dream concert.
Cool. Yeah. I was also just thinking too, I was like, I would also say Sally Jesse Raphael, gay icon with
I
the
can
red
see that.
glasses, just for like the fashion statement. And also Jerry Springer, simply for like the types of guests that he would have. Where I was like,
Yeah,
he introduced me to trans people. Maury Povich did the same
yeah,
thing, where
yeah.
trans people or drag queens, like that to me was the access to gay culture that I had at the time, and it was visibility. And so, and the Queer Eye guys, especially
Yeah.
the original ones and the ones now too, because I was like, just again,
What
to
was
be
that
visible.
like, though? Because you grew up in a very small town. Were you the only queer person that you knew, or were there other queer people that were open and out that you had, like, access and visibility to?
There was someone like a grade above me who identified as a lesbian at the time. And I think that this person might identify as a trans man now, but I'm not totally sure. But like that felt really, really good just to like know that her name is Angie at the time. That like,
Mhm.
okay, Angie's like living a very like open,
Open.
open life. Yeah.
But you were the only male?
I wasn't really out in high school. Like, I wasn't ever
Gotcha.
really in per se, and I wasn't
Mhm.
necessarily
I
like
get what you're
homophobic,
saying.
but yeah, but I was like, I was like, there were people who I like suspected that they were probably also gay. And like later after they also left my hometown, they came out as well. So like, yeah, I was like, I wasn't necessarily the only gay person, but like in terms of like out, I didn't really see much visibility in my hometown at all. So yeah,
How did that feel, or how did that? Because I knew people that were now granted, it wasn't necessarily a positive thing because I saw how people treated them,
yeah,
which didn't actually help, but they were there.
yeah.
Not have seeing it, were you even aware of what gay was or, like
Yeah, thankfully because I had access to the internet and I also had access to like television. That's why I worry about the like internet age verification stuff because I was like when I was 15 or 16 years old, I realized it about 16 that I was like oh, okay, this is what this is. This is gay. This is gay. Like, and so I was like, all right, that's what that means. That makes sense. Because I
All
was
I can think
very
about is
interested.
that's so gay,
That's so
Hillary Duff.
gay. Yeah.
How do you
Do you
feel?
even realize what you say? Uh, oh,
Right, an icon.
icon.
Hillary Duff,
Another
an
icon.
icon.
Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
Hillary
She's
Duff.
a millennial monarch, though, let's be honest, like,
Yeah.
icon. Like, there's a video of Glorilla recently seeing her at the American Music Award and, like, fangirling out, and I'm like, "Me. If I saw Hillary, this would be me." So
Yeah. No, she's incredible. So yeah, it was interesting though, because I was like, not necessarily having like knowing that there were other gay people like in my hometown always felt a little isolating. Like I was like, oh God, I'm probably the only one. But again, seeing shows like Queer Eye or like I think it was around the time that Bravo also started. So also seeing kind of like
Mm.
queer coded or like openly gay characters. Davis from Real World, I also remember, because only because it was Denver. I know that I think Karama was the first openly gay person
Ooh,
on
I'm
Real
not
World,
sure.
potentially,
No, I
but
think I wanna say somebody it was an earlier
it was
character in, like, the
earlier.
'90s, and I
Okay,
only remember that because I think that person had HIV as well or something like
I
that,
think
so it was
you're
like
right.
a huge thing,
I think you're
at
right.
the time, but I have to look
Yes.
that up and see who it is so
Yeah.
we can give
You
credit
look
to
that up.
another gay icon.
But yes, I remember Davis on Real World Denver and him being like openly gay and just being like, oh my gosh, like coming to Denver to visit and going from the Cheesecake Factory downtown to the Real World house, walking down the street again with friend of Phoebe Award winner Lindsay. And
Mm.
walking over there and I was like, okay, this is where Davis from the Real World lived. Like, and just knowing that there were other gay people who existed, but knowing that they weren't in my hometown gave me hope that I was like, okay, it's eventually all of this is just temporary. This isolation that I'm feeling is temporary. I'm going to get to be around people who are like attracted to the same kind of people that I am. And also like, but yeah, so it's like it was lonely, but it was also like hopeful. But again, I'm very thankful for access to the internet. And even though it was even though it was dial-up internet at the computer room in my house was also in my room. So I was like, I infected my parents' computer with so many viruses, the house computer with so many viruses, just trying to download like pictures from you could also download images from like LimeWire or like
Really?
I think Kaza or Kaza, whatever it was called. And so like, and it would take like 3 to 5 minutes on download internet, like on dial-up internet for a picture. And then if you wanted like a video, if like a 3 minute video, it would take like 30 minutes to download this
What?
video. Yes. And so I was like, that was again my exposure to like, I don't know, just gay, like gay sex acts per se, or like just gay sexual imagery. And I
Oh,
was
wow.
probably 16 or 17, like in my bedroom, but I was like, I'm just curious, but I cleared a lot of cookies. I cleared out a lot of cookies on that computer.
I'm tickled.
Mhm.
So I think I found so season 1, there was someone named Norman Corby on New York season 1 of, Real World,
Yes, New York.
1992 New York. Corby was cast in the inaugural season of the show, and producers labeled him as bisexual, even though he was widely considered as the very first openly gay man featured on American reality TV. And then who I was thinking of was actually from season 3. His name was Pedro Zamora, and they were one of the most famous ones from the early season because he was an openly gay Cuban American AIDS educator who lived with HIV and unfortunately, from my understanding, passed actually hours after the season finale aired. And so he
Oh,
was really young, only 22 years old. But,
my gosh.
people also got to see him form a romantic partnership with Sean Sasser on the show as well, which was, you know, very, very rare. They included a commitment ceremony where the two exchange vows, the first type of ceremony for a same-sex couple on TV, so it's considered a very landmark thing. He unfortunately passed away,
Hmm.
um, in 2013 at the age of 44. Interestingly enough, it says he got married in 2013 to a Michael Kaplan, so it's like the same day, same year he got married, he passed, which is so
Hmm.
unfortunate. Oh, but he had been HIV positive for about 25 years at that point, so
Wow.
so sad.
Yeah. Wow.
Something that, I still something that, I don't like to make you want pride to be joyful and exciting, but it's a you do an injustice to those who not just lives who were taken and due to the horrible disease in that time frame, but also those who survived it and the trauma that comes with losing so many people.
Yeah.
Like I still can't often grasp the gravitas of such an experience. Like I watch a lot of documentaries or films about that time frame, and it's just like I talk to friends that are older and they experience that time frame, and like, everyone has different recollections depending on where you lived. I had family members who passed away that had HIV AIDS, and like that was my first introduction to that disease. Like, and that for so long, unfortunately, being what I associated gay with,
Yeah.
because that's the way everyone. It's like we're always reduced to just sex,
Yeah.
oftentimes, and unfortunately, that was another example of that. So,
Yeah. Huh. I remember I feel like I've shared this on the podcast before, maybe one of our first like, in our first year of Pride Month, but it was so
okay.
funny. It was like, when I came out, I was like, my parents were both so sweet. I feel very lucky that I got very, very lucky. My dad said, "Well, are you sure? Because I don't want your life to be harder than it has to be." And I was like, "That's very kind." I said, "Yes, I'm sure." And my mom said the first thing she said was, "We love you," or like, "I love you, we love you, that's fine." And then the second thing she said was, "So have you ever had sex with a guy?" And I said, "Oh,"
It's like, mom,
and I'm
did
like
you ask my sister
19
this?
years old, sitting 19 or 20 years old, sitting in their bedroom.
It's like,
Like,
what do you think I'm gonna say to you? Like,
yes,
yeah,
like 2 nights. And at that point I hadn't,
you
but
hadn't, yeah.
no, I hadn't. I was like, "No." And even if I had, you would not be the first person that I'd be calling to tell.
Yeah.
Some things are
I don't,
better
because
left
people say that, like, you
secret.
want that relationship with your kids that they can tell you, and I'm like, I get that. I don't know if I wanna, like, I don't know. I guess I'd have to, because I get it.
Yeah,
I do,
yeah,
but I'm also like,
yeah.
mm,
I'm also
no.
curious, have you been watching I have not, I've only seen the TikTok videos, and I was like, they're kind of draggy in a way, so I would maybe consider them gay icons in a way. The cast of Love Island 8, have you been watching this?
I haven't.
Okay, that's okay. But it was I also haven't been watching it, but I would like to. And there are 2 hot new bombshells that have entered the villa, and
Okay.
oh my
I do the reality show that I'm working on, for those who follow my Instagram,
yes,
actually features season three's winner. He's
yes,
super sweet, amazing guy, Corey Gandy.
yes,
But I always feel bad because I was like, Corey, I still have to watch this show because I didn't know to watch it. I didn't know him at the time, but he's so awesome that I'm like, okay, I'll watch it
yeah.
at some
Well, I
point.
was gonna say the 2 people who are so hot, who I just keep seeing pop up on TikTok, Sincere and KC are their names, the 2
Okay.
men, and I was like, gay icon to Sincere because of his bedazzled vest, like denim vest
Okay.
in the intro video, which I love.
I'm looking
So
this up.
yeah,
Oh, first thing I typed in sincere, first thing oh, he's gorgeous.
beautiful,
Gorgeous.
beautiful. So, yes. No, I love all these people on Love Island because they're like drag queens to me. They're like their personalities are all just so over the top. And I was like, that's like any reality show to me. So I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I would say gay icons, reality television
He's gorgeous. I'm
participants,
like,
because I dream of that. I want to be a gay icon. I always say, Day, I want to be a gay icon.
listen, opulence, you own everything.
Mm-hmm.
I could see, like, I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
you are born for that life. Like, I
I
don't
know.
actually feel that way. I never feel that way because I'm
Good.
like, I am such a boring person in my real life.
I don't
I
think
feel like at times, like, yes, I'm funny and I love performing, but I also love to turn it off and just
Mhm.
be like normal. You are this. all the time.
I love to turn it
And that
on.
you turn it on and it's like and it's just who you are. So it's like I feel like that's what makes you such an icon because
You.
you just have that quality about you that you love to give the people what they want, you know?
You.
I love to be in a corner watching the people when I'm not asked to be doing the thing. So
Yeah.
I actually could totally see you being on like a good because it's like there's
I
so
wanna be
many
on the
reality people.
circle. I wanna be on the circle, and I want to go as Phoebe, my cat. I want to go
Interesting.
as a catfish, and I want to show up as my cat. So it will be very obvious that I'm a catfish, but people will know well, people will be curious, like, "Oh, we know that's a catfish, but, like, do we want to give this person a chance? Could they become an influencer? Could they be popular?" I
So is the
think so.
circle not about dating?
No. There's, like,
Okay, so
fun
yeah, you could do that.
flirtations that happen in it.
Okay,
But it's more like Big Brother meets Catfish.
okay. Is this
Yeah,
like Trader? I didn't see Trader, but I hear that's
I
another
haven't
one.
seen that.
Oh, Trader is big. I think that's what it's called. Like it'll people love that show. But yeah, I think I could see you on those.
Okay. The Circle is the one reality show if I were to recommend to you to watch to get an
Okay.
insight into my mind.
It's called The Traders, I'm sorry, and they're on season 4 now, friend. Catch
Wow.
up.
What
Yeah,
network is it
it's an
on?
American competition, reality competition based on a Dutch series called De Varieties or something. Well, I know I botched that,
Uh-huh.
but it's a social deduction game, so it just sounds like stuff that you would love.
Yeah.
I'm
Huh.
gonna send that to you.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, that sounds like something I would enjoy.
It actually, because I don't know, in my head, these are all the same. So, like, any type of a competition game. The only real, because you see, this wasn't a reality show, but the only like shows I ever wanted to be on as like reality as a kid were Legends of the Hidden Temple
Yes.
and
Although the
Supermarket
Temple
Sweep.
Guard terrified me. So,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
I wanted
yes.
to be a Blue Barracuda. What team did you wanna be on?
Ooh, that's a good question. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think I ever really cared much about the team. I just wanted to play. Like
Sure.
maybe silver, but like I really didn't care. I
Okay.
loved just the whole like every time they would go, I would just be like, how would I maneuver? How would I do it? That and Supermarket Sweep. I adore
Great
Supermarket
show.
Sweep. I
Yeah.
still watch it. They have reruns on the TV and I watch it religiously because a friend of mine had never seen it and they came over and like after we watched our show, it was on and I made them stay and watch an episode. Like,
Yes.
and it's fun to watch how it starts and then like how they start adding new technology to us, which is like,
Yes.
oh, you got a coupon thing, but like that's a big deal. Or they started adding the little TV things.
Yes.
I could talk
Yes.
about Supermarket Sweep lore all day long.
Yes. It's a
And there's
great
like this one couple that people thought was gay, and it turns out they were. And then like on Facebook, they made an announcement, yes, it's us. So like that made it even cooler. That's the cool thing, like seeing people talk about it, update people on their life later on. Yeah,
I love this.
me
I
too.
love this. Yeah. I think that's a beautiful place to maybe wrap up.
Gay icons from Supermarket Sweep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And before we go, I was like, I also want to recognize another person who I would say is a gay icon, a previous guest of ours and a three-time Friend of Phoebe award winner. I would say that's the
It's a
highest
record.
honor,
I'll say
and to
that's
get
a
it
record.
3
Yeah.
times. Yeah, it is a record. I think there's only a couple of people who have it, and Sarah Parody, Councilwoman Sarah Parody is one of them.
Yes.
And she just recently announced that she is going to be departing Denver City Council in August due to some health conditions, and we wish her well and
Yes.
much health, and we want to
And
say
rest.
thank you and rest,
Yes.
yes, for continuing to like advocate for any like marginalized group. And she was one of the co-sponsors of the Palestine ceasefire resolution. She's done some really great advocacy for housing, and she even said before she departed that she said, I feel really thankful that like my spouse or my partner has like a really good job, because if it were just me on my own with my kids, this is how people fall into homelessness. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. My
That's
my
love.
thoughts are with her, and I was like, she also I would say is a gay icon because she came from a small town in Wyoming, and she came to the big city, and she's also like just living an authentic life and using her power and her privilege to advocate for people who have marginalized identities or and so yeah, so wishing her nothing but
All
good
the
health
love.
and rest and yes, and all the love. So yes. But if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with a friend, rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or the platform where you listen. Get in touch with us like both Lindsays did at Call Me Limbo Pod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads. You can send us an email at callmelimbopod@gmail.com. You can also go subscribe to our Substack, get the emails of these episodes. You can see us. You can read our occasional written work. callmelimbopod.substack.com. And because it's gay month, I think we might be entitled to gay compensation
Yes.
because if you
Don't
have
be a
ever,
homophobe.
yes, if you have ever had homophobic thoughts, if you have ever believed maybe civil unions are better for the gays than actual marriage, or maybe if you did say don't ask, don't tell was like a really good idea. And I have said before, maybe we should bring it back so I could get out of the draft. But
Wow.
yeah,
Maybe if you've ever said no homo or said that's gay to something when you meant that's bad,
yes, yes.
absolve yourself of your sins.
I used to think that was hilarious in college when I was an RA and I was like had all the frat bros on my floor.
And
It
they
was
would
a
say
way
no
of like
homo.
bonding with them. Yeah. It was really funny. But it was also that was also so gay. No homo. But yeah.
Because no one I've never understood those phrases because I'm like, I wasn't even thinking that.
No.
Like,
No.
I swear straight people think about more gay things. Like, it's more on their mind than it ever is on mine. Because I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that. And it's so annoying because guys will like I still like there's certain things like I don't care. Like I was doing a show recently and like one of the guys was like, I just realized you never changed with us. Like you never changed with us for like the
No.
show. And it's not that like I know that those guys are really nice and very accepting. But it's like sometimes I don't even want to put myself in scenarios with straight people because like I don't want to have to like I don't even want there to be a question. And it's so annoying sometimes 'cause it's like, I don't want none of y'all. But
Yeah.
it's like, I don't even wanna put a predicament where it's just like, "Oh, no homo," or something. Like, it's just stupid. So a lot of times I just try to avoid anything like that because I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's annoying.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, or if you're DL, I think like send us. We are entitled to gay compensation this month.
yeah, if you're a dick lover, AKA DL, listen.
Yes. So, and yes, so we are entitled to compensation. You can send us compensation. You can send us one-time compensation if you
Yeah.
want on Venmo and Cash App at Call Me
If
Limbo
you
Pod.
ever cause the d sorry, I'm sorry, because now I'm
Please
getting
keep
mad.
going.
If you ever cause the homosexual to hate themselves because you were DL, either a donk lover or a dick lover, and you were DL and you caused the little gay boy's first relationships to be treacherous, if you ever caused the gay trauma because you weren't comfortable with yourself, you may be entitled to pay reparations. And the best way to pay gay reparations, yeah, ooh, that sounds really bad, actually. Gay reparations, we can't say that sounds like a bad word you gotta bleep out. But
Okay.
you should also donate and absolve your sins. It's like the Hail Mary. It's a Hail Mary.
Hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah, there we
Sorry.
go. So yes. So send it on over one time at Call Me Limbo Pod on Venmo and Cash App, or you can keep the payments coming monthly if you want on by becoming a Patreon member. Patreon.com/ Call Me Limbo Pod. We are in the final couple of weeks of spring subscription season. We need your support. I just released a new episode of Wandering Thoughts that
Yes,
came out.
it's really good.
So go listen to that. Thank you. I was truly wandering. I was outside in the park. You can hear my thoughts. So go check that out. You only get those by becoming a Patreon member. You get early access to the episodes and you get the full video episodes. So go on over to patreon.com/ Call Me Limbo Pod. And, you know, Dave, it's like I always say, is it because I'm gay?
Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Exactly why. Oh my gosh. But
Yeah,
no, thank y'all so much for listening. We don't take it for granted. And listen, it's gay month, so I owe y'all I have some topics and some things I finally feel like I want to say. And I'm going to we call the show Call Me Limbo because when they go low, we go to hell. So
yeah,
these are definitely some topics that I'm nervous to talk about because they are me calling out things that I don't think are healthy and they're
uh,
gay themes. So yeah, subscribe because I'm going to actually take time to do this for y'all because I love you.
I love
So
this.
remember, on that note, when they go low,
We throw the first brick at Stonewall.
so
So
call
call
me
me
Limbo.
Limbo.
Happy gay
Bye.
month.